I thought I could let it go, but I can't. For those not aware, President Zelensky went to President Trump to sign a deal that guarantees US support for Ukraine, and that meeting went out of hand.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have our military equipment,
You invited me
if you
to
didn't
speak.
have our...
I had a different image of the Oval Office meetings. And there we were, no agenda, no chairman, no opening prayer. Meeting went straight to AOB. The agenda of the meeting was on, as the Spirit shall lead. And even the Spirit pulled out. I have seen better organized school debates. Remember those ones of fire is better than food? We did a better job. But these guys were discussing potential World War III, discussing how not to have a war, and they came up with one from scratch. The people who were interested with world peace came up with a makeshift war. High-level meeting. The only thing high-level were their titles. The whole time I was like, Zelensky, at least sit like a head of state. Let's get a positive out of this meeting. Then a reporter, America, a reporter used his moment to ask the head of state from a war where millions are dying to ask Zelensky, why are you not wearing a suit? Reminded me of African mothers. You can come running, emergency mode. Mommy, uncle has fallen in the well. Why don't you greet? Meanwhile, poor uncle on the other side, we are eating rice. You never bring cameras to meetings. There are things we didn't want to ever see. It's something like Ugandan meetings. We always just have a secretary writing minutes that no one will ever read. We only read the minutes if in the meeting money was collected. But we want TV. Then Trump tells Zelensky, you are playing cards. Zelensky responds, no, I am not playing cards. I am serious. I was like, guys, turn off the camera. Vice President J.D. Vance, who was on top of his game, until he was asked, have you been to Ukraine? And he responds, I have seen stories. Just switched off the TV. Dear American press, we don't need to know everything. Some of these embarrassing things, don't tell us. You keep, just like Kenya and Chris Brown. We didn't need to.
Talk about Kenya.
Please.
Don't talk about Kenya.
Okay, at least something small.
Okay, something small.
Thank you. For those not aware, it was released in the press that Chris Brown turned down holding a concert in Kenya, saying they don't have the infrastructure to have his concert. For those that don't know Chris Brown, he's a guy that break dances while he sings. Only. Yeah, Kenya. I have known forms of rejection. National level took me by surprise. They turned to Burna Boy, who accepted. Then I was like, so Burna Boy doesn't need infrastructure? Like roads, bridges, nothing. But anyway, you don't joke with someone that is managed by their mother. In Africa, that means something. If Burna Boy wants to fly from one stage or one district, from wherever to another place, he doesn't need infrastructure. You just need a solid African mother. You just...
Back on topic.
Sorry. I know Chris Brown has performed in Kenya before. So, like, how was the road from the airport? Because why is he not coming back? What did you guys do? Okay, which pothole did he hit? You hit one, it's like, Linda Bankomio one. What happened? What happened at the concert, guys? What did you do? There was no mic? Probably made the guy sing on a megaphone. Residuum. You see, a number of things can show that a country is not developed. Health sector, technology, high rates of unemployment, access to life basics, inability to host a concert. That's new. Now, Kenya, you're going to make UN add that to Millennium Development Goals. Viability to hold a breakdancing concert by 2040. God. You see, these things of rejection, when a girl was turning you down, she had kind things to say. Like, hi, can I be your boyfriend? She's like, sorry, I joined Scripture Union. Nowhere she mentioned things about your bad breath. Then you, Christopher. Why are you taking all this honesty? Couldn't you at least say, guys, I have a flu? It was a request at national level, Brown. At least learn from girls. That's the best rejection lines. Hi, Chris, can you come perform in our country? Sorry, guy, on that day I have a function at home. Girls have the perfect responses. I am focusing on myself right now. I am on a spiritual journey, and I really like you. But you might think this is cliche, but it's not you, it's me. Chris Brown. That line works all the time. You could have just been like, Kenya, it's not you, it's me. At least if the worst go to the worst, say you're on your period. Hey, times have changed. We can't take that off the table anymore. You just show up, look straight in the eyes of the event's promoter. I identify as someone cramping. Infrastructure. Which road did you want to break dance on?
Nairobi Expressway.
And Badego Brown. Us who stood with you when you had problems. Even when the Grammy finally came, we had a Thanksgiving service. Now all of a sudden you have standards. Even the countries that have the infrastructure where you went, the infrastructure was not working. One thing refused to come up. The other one, the thing refused to bring you down. They had to come and save you. So how about, for a change, you stay in one place and we see if you want to give Kenya a chance. The man over swings all over the place during the show. Like, actually, for us Ugandans, we didn't even bother calling him. We know our limits. We don't even have his number. He doesn't even have ours. But also, performing in South Africa, then you go to Kenya. No, it was not a good flow of events. Then there is countries laughing at Kenya. Zimbabwe. Which currency were you going to pay the man?